Hello, hello. Good morning, guys. This is High Priestess Jamila with just a quick message from Spirit. First of all, welcome to the channel. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button. If you just so happen to be new, and also make sure that you guys hit that thumbs up. Uh, Everybody in the world is being so negative today. I am going to put myself in a bubble. I am shielding myself. I am shielding my clients, and I am shielding my family and my children. Today would be the day to be thinking about that. We can see that there's obviously some people that are thinking about other things other than, kind of what's going on in the world today. So if you guys don't know, there's a lot of civil unrest going on right now. A lot of it, a lot of turmoil, a lot of demons feeding. It's a lot going on right now. And so what you have to do is make sure that you have your house together for real, for real. Up in here, I'm telling you, the trespassers are coming. Hey, Zabel, good morning, sweetie. Good morning. I know I'm about to go up here and huddle. I went out and put some black salt around the house because people was just all in an uproar, and also the trauma, the pain frequencies are turned up. They usually turn them up starting on Thursday so that they can feed off of your energy. I've been telling people about this for years. Everybody wants to say that Jamila's crazy and stupid and weak. So, but you see how I always do in life. Thursday and Friday is when they turn up the pain frequencies. And you've got to know when they're doing it. And today they're really, really, really doing it. Like, none of the civilians or the police should be against each other right now. Like, what we need to be looking at is that shadow government. But since people are trained and programmed to be mind controlled zombie robots, they carry on in their little ignorant ways. Okay. Good morning, Mary. GK Money. Good morning. And Neelam. Hello, Esther. Oh, goodness gracious. So any empaths out there that are being directly impacted for like the past couple of days, this has been stirring up. Um, there's a lot going on. California is on fire. The elections are coming up. It's so annoying how we just get played like rats and people just don't care. They just react, So, and it's like I told y'all, I'm not giving any of my opinions necessarily on the Breonna Taylor case because I just don't go near those things no more. But what I can tell you is that it's very, very triggering. Every time I see any person get shot by the police, I'm a little triggered, a little because of who I was in a previous life. So all these thugs and gangsters out here, I was a real thug back when I was Ma Barker, Robin Banks. So, that's why in this life I was smarter in this life than to, put myself in those situations. So like what I can feel is a lot of people in a lot of pain, a lot of people releasing their pain. And as an empath, I don't necessarily have to absorb that. There are a lot of people that are attaching their issues and pain to this case, and they're out there, doing what they do. And I'm not judging those people. Please believe I'm not judging anybody. What I am saying is that we need to invoke some kind of peace. I am going to do some meditation to help the situation out because we need some angelic energies down here. So y'all make sure that y'all are protecting yourself, shielding yourself, and then the coronavirus too. Yeah, but see, what I've been feeling the past 48 hours is just that icky feeling in the chest area. Like last night I thought I was coming down with the flu. And I took some Robitussin, and it's like the symptoms have been gone completely ever since. So I think that a lot of people are just releasing a lot of their pain. That's what I think is going on right now. I didn't speak on it because, first of all, this is a tarot card channel. I am here to sell readings and consultations and spell work. That's why I didn't speak on it. I don't speak on any worldly type of issues on this channel anymore, on any of my channels. And the reason why is because I've already decoded all this stuff. I'm not going to keep saying the same thing over and over again. As you notice that a lot of people that have came the same way that I have came to y'all about everything, they own some different stuff. Right now they working on attraction, they working on love, they working on their fertility. Like, people are moving on. When I was shot by the FBI, when I was Ma Barker, back in the 1930s, when I was shot by her, that when I was shot by not her, but when I was shot by, I didn't get shot by her, trust me, I was her, because she was a killer. She was a stone cold killer. She was loving to her family, but and most, like, I mean, when you look at it, we all hunters, you know what I'm saying? Even women, like, they be trying to act like women ain't supposed to be out there grinding and hustling and hunting. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be out there getting ours too. But what I was gonna say is that when I died, the world they was happy, because you know what I'm saying, I was a real threat for real. And my body went unclaimed for months. Didn't nobody even want to claim my body. So that's why I came back to claim my own body. So, that's one of the reasons, because it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It was one of those karma things. It's unfortunate. I can feel her energy too. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's mainly because I keep running into it. And then I heard she was a drug dealer, which I won't be, listen, just because she was a drug dealer does not mean that she deserved to die. Okay, that's what I will say. Okay. Yeah, Esther, I had a panic attack damn near yesterday. And also, I haven't had any wine. I didn't drink no wine yesterday, but so I need to get me some wine, okay? I don't want to speak on that because I feel that it's too controversial for this channel, and it doesn't do anything for my law of attraction. What is that gonna do for me right now? What can I say? I'm sorry that happened. Rest in peace. That's all I can say. Am I getting ready to go to bat and start caping for people? I got to think about my children. See, a lot of those people that are out there doing all this stuff, man, they ain't thinking about nobody. When you got business to take care of, you got business to take care of. So that's not going to do anything for me if I come on here and cape or tell my opinion. Trust me, I have stayed away from it ever since the whole George Floyd thing, and I have made peace with George Floyd. I hope that he rests in peace. His memory, his everything, okay? Because I don't, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm neutral. I'm Switzerland right now. You know what I'm saying? Just protect your family. Protect yourself from that situation. You know what I'm saying? Stay the hell away from bad people. You think I'm about to hang around with a bunch of people that's robbing people in this life? No. Like, when I was younger, the guy that shot the black girl, Critty Brown, in Kansas City, I used to go like I had a relationship with him. So I've been around thugs and killers and drug dealers before, and I wondered why always that was back then. You know what I'm saying? And when and so now at this point, and I don't have no deep ties with nothing like that. It's just that in life you just kind of run into certain types of people. I've been around good people too, but it's just it is what it is. I survived it. I ain't dead. I ain't been killed or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So just protect yourself. Because right now it's some extremely negative energies out there. Like, for example, the love video that I did. Why did the love video get thumbs down? What did my love spell video do to y'all? It just, I feel like people are being more evil right now. Like, people are just, and I feel like shit. I feel like if you like on some dumb stuff right now, like you need to wake up, like, and maybe, maybe, I don't know, ain't that stupid? Okay, Esther said, have you been picking up on what others have been sensing regarding the global event happening on October 26th? I'm curious about your thoughts. You know what? Let's see what's going to be happening. Spirit, show me what's going to happen on October 26th, 2020. I've been sensing rainbows and unicorns and some and good trolls and fairies, Esther. That's I'm serious, but we gonna see what's gonna happen globally. We gonna see. Spirits, what's going on? Show me. Okay, so we got the Seven of Wands reversed. We got the Hermit reversed. Three of Coins upright. The Hanging Man is reversed, and then the Queen. So the same old thing that they doing today ain't no different. Same story, different day. Them emitting very negative frequencies. The Hermit is reversed, so I feel like it's the same thing. Three of Coins is upright, so that means that what do you do with those energies? You have to transmute them. You have to transmute them. These energies are being transmitted to us. This is why it's hitting the brain wave activity of people that are less, I don't want to say competent, but less logical. Okay, so I'm telling y'all, this is exactly what they want. This is exactly what they want. Okay, and so I'm paying attention to it. And like I said, give me a second, guys. Healing energy is on the way. And then also protection. Hold on, guys, because I'm traveling. So it's going to calm itself down. But right now, what the empaths, let me tell y'all what the empaths are sensing. The empaths are sensing all of the fear and confusion. That's why you guys are having anxiety. They don't want y'all to be happy and safe and warm in your beds. They want you to be out there confused. Hey, Outer Banks Witch, good morning. They want you to be out there like that. So don't give them the pleasure and the satisfaction. Also, I feel that we need to start doing the boils on the stove again, y'all. We need to start boiling garlic and onion again, and citrusy fruits, limes, lemons, oranges, onion, and garlic. You can mix them all together. You can put herbs in them. Put it down on low so that you're not burning your house down or burning your pots. Because I know I've done that before. Because it will not burn my house down, but I burn my pot. And you just put that on the stove because the air, you can just feel it in the air. And the shit they've been doing, just to let y'all know, globally, spiritual work and stuff is witchcraft is being used on everybody, but they're doing it at much more of a more so a higher, because there's a machine. I can see a machine. I can see a machine. The Seven of Wands reverses the machine. It's a doorway open and it's energy coming in. So you can choose to close that doorway and go, I'm going to focus on this. Or you'll end up with the Hanged Man coming up in the reverse position. So what you're going to do is you're going to start sharing into that negative karma. And that's what That's why I don't. Yeah, and it's just gonna block you. You're gonna get negative karma. That's gonna be a blockage, and so each time something. I mean, here's what I want to ask people: are you expecting nothing to ever happen to anybody? Because it seemed like the same people seem to react to the same thing in the same way. And so I understand that if you are a person that identifies as being black, that you might be a little afraid right now. Or you could be any race and feel afraid. And that's a shame for y'all to feel scared. Good, good. Yeah, I know that last night I probably should have done one. But I'll do it today. And then also today I'm gonna eat like a bunch of grapes. I'm gonna eat some oranges and stuff today. So I'm gonna eat a bunch of fruit today because I've got like a whole bunch of fruit left over from Maybon or the altar because those grapes are still good, but I've got grapes in the kitchen. I'm gonna go and eat some of them and just eat some living food, drink plenty of water. This is one of the reasons why there's cloud coverage and why it was raining because they're using the sun to do this. Just to let y'all know, the sun has something to do with it. That's why men are off. They kind of off today, ain't they? Hey, girl, 7007. I'm doing pretty good. I am doing pretty good, hanging in there, man. As an empath, this is crazy. God, they are just always up to something, ain't they? And they just doing ritual after ritual. All of this is a ritual. The burning, the shooting, the looting, it's all a ritual. And uh it's the same thing over and over again. Like this, it really is. It's absolutely ridiculous. You're welcome. You're welcome. But like I said, because I felt that same feeling. It's happening over in New York, but I feel like everybody everywhere is just angry, mad, sad, upset. They sure do know how to keep people in a certain emotional, mental state, is what I can tell you. But another thing I can tell you is that people get shot and killed all the time by the police. It's just not always on the news, and some of the stuff that y'all be hearing about, it be happening all the time, not just with the police, but just in everyday life. Please believe that civilians are killing and shooting each other more than the police. So, I can't. Right now, what we need is peace. That's what we need right now is for everybody to just relax, okay? Because you can sense it. Like I could feel it for like the past couple of days. And then when I went on YouTube and I noticed that a love video sparked hatred, I was like, okay. And then I realized that there's a lot of people that are still tripping off of something crazy. Like y'all don't realize that their spiritual stuff is being carried out through the police. Spiritual stuff is being carried out through the police. That's why those men walked away. There's a high priestess that I can see. I'm not the high priestess that did the work for those police officers. Trust me, whoever did that work got paid. That's a high level high priestess of the police department that did that work. Okay, to get them off and to have everybody agree. Because they could have just told y'all that they threw them in jail or arrested them. They could have just lied to you. Couldn't have. And then you wouldn't have known the truth. You'd have said, oh, good, they put them in jail, but then they let them go out the back door. So you really don't know. You really don't know. Okay. So that's why I said protect yourselves. Your enemies can use the popo against you. I mean, who do you think tipped the police off to whatever Brianna had going on? So, yeah, that okay. That's just like okay, okay, guys. Back with when I died as Ma Barker, and I can feel it. I always can feel it. It's this weird feeling that I get. But back when I died, I was actually shooting at the police from the windows of my house. Me and my son. Did I expect something else to happen? With I will admit that in that life, I wasn't a very logical thinker. I just was looking for instant gratification constantly. You know what I'm saying? It was just the personality type. She was a Libra too, by the way, um, which explains a lot about the way that she was. And see, there's some projects that I would like to do. I would like to write a new movie for them to make an updated version of the story of Ma Barker so that we can get like even more like give it from the perspective of a psychic, okay, and just really, kind of go into how she felt in some because a lot of the movies they were focused on, the shootouts, the gunfights, the planning of the robberies and stuff, and this, you know what I'm saying? But I think telling more of her story needs to be done. So I wouldn't mind writing a movie script for Hollywood and submitting it. You know what I'm saying? But because when you think about it, it's logically thinking. So I feel like a lot of us have to be logical too. Okay. Brianna didn't shoot nobody. Her boyfriend started shooting at the police and then they shot back. So that's all I'm saying. It was a shootout. And so as a freaking ex-criminal in my last lifetime, I'm not a criminal in this one at all. But I noticed when I started really, really having a lot of the past life regressions from Kate Barker, from that life, I noticed that I kept running into, little things, you know what I'm saying, involving, police, and it's like, it was almost like I had to prove myself innocent because I had that energy around me because of and I noticed it my whole like just my whole life. I've been noticing this about myself, not just since YouTube or anything like this. These are things that I realized prior to ever coming to YouTube. I'm just now talking about it because it makes sense now. Um, who was guilty? I think that I will say that I think that the police was doing their job. Okay, is what I will say. They were investigating a drug. She had a drug cartel going on. Okay, and so I think that the person that probably had a lot to do with why she got killed was the boyfriend because he started shooting at the police. But listen, I have not done any spiritual investigation. I'm not necessarily speaking on that case. It's too soon. I would never want to exploit her spirit like that because I'm gonna tell you something. I can feel her spirit, and see, we don't light vigil candles. Her spirit is all over the place. That's why this is happening. Is because of spirit. Okay, so like what I typically do is I stay neutral. I'm not gonna sit up here and talk bad on her because she's somebody that lost her life. But I will light a vigil tea light and ask her to go peacefully and to rest in peace. That's why we say rest in peace. In particular, somebody that died in a violent way. So we're not going to be showing any hatred over here, but simply because of my connection with the dead, because she's really angry and hurt. Her spirit is not happy. And that's why all this is going on. Yeah, well, you know what, Moon Gypsy Celestial, I feel you on that. Moon Gypsy Celestial said they were both asleep. If someone is beating on your door at midnight, sleep, you're going to sit there. So I understand what y'all saying about that. But let's face it, do the police really have a certain time that they serve drug warrants? No, they don't. They can sign off on a warrant on you at 11 o'clock at night. They can do that. Okay. And that's speaking from personal experience. They can sign off on a warrant late at night and come pick you up. And it don't matter if you sleeping or if you're having a cup of coffee. Hold on a second. I'm having a cup of coffee. Now, Moon Gypsy Celestial, did she have her spiritual guns up? No, she didn't. She was, and see, this is one of those cases to where there's no police footage, right? So we don't have any footage to go by either. So I think that probably a reading needs to be done, but I think that to do a reading right now, I wouldn't be able to do it because her spirit is too strong. So no, I am not speaking ill on that sister because she is strong. And now Kanika Jenkins done popped back up. So I'm not gonna fight with these sisters. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna honor them and say, hey, I know you're because they and you can even I can feel it going up my leg. Like I've been feeling that spirit like for at least the past 36 hours. I started to feel that. And then I started saying, okay, so now I see what's going on because whenever they're rioting and doing stuff like this, like I could just feel it. And the last time they were doing that over here in Georgia, over down in Atlanta, I couldn't breathe. I could not breathe. Like I had to literally I had to put on my vaporizer. I had to oil diffuse, tea tree oil. I had to do boils and stuff because it's an environmental thing. Like people don't realize that we are affecting each other vibrationally. That's just like if 5 people on the other side of town are angry at Jamila, I might pick up on it. I might feel that, you know? Yeah, so it's just an unfortunate loss. It is. It's an unfortunate loss. So I'm lighting a tea light right now because, like I said, I think that it is important and see, this is where Santa Morta comes in, Santa Moreta comes in, and the deities that help the spirits pass through. Okay, because they were at it for months straight over George Floyd, and his spirit was so powerful. It was just like it was just like for months. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And I don't like it just seemed like it's always something. Something happens in the news and then everybody reacts. And I think that the empaths are picking up on the reaction of all of the reactors. And I think that you're gonna have to because oh my God, have y'all ever saw that show called Ratchet on Netflix with oh, what's her name from? Oh my God, I always forget her name. The chick from American Horror Story, and then the chick from Sex in the City is on there. Cynthia Nixon, I think it is. I don't know why I can't remember. Sarah Palmer or something. I always have a hard time remembering her name unless I look it up, but or unless I'm up there watching American Horror Story. But I'm watching this show on there, and I'm about to go up there and probably watch another episode of it. But there's this lady on there, and she has like multiple personality disorder, and so certain things will trigger her into behaving a certain way. You got to understand that you can't allow people to trigger you. Sarah Paulson. Okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you. The real deal be knowing all of the answers to the questions. I appreciate you. Yep, that's Sarah Paulson. And it's a really, really dark, crazy series, and so of course I've been watching it. Mm. Oh, so Moon Gypsy said mainstream media is mixing up the ex with the new boyfriend, the man who was in her bed, had nothing to do with drugs. Wow. Wow. That's unfortunate. That's so unfortunate, you know. You know what I'm saying? That's unfortunate. And you know what? That's why I do certain things to bring, good energy and good vibes to my home and stuff. You know what I'm saying? If I'm having a beef with somebody, I'd rather settle or squash the beef. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be fighting with nobody. No, I don't want nobody to come by my house and we have a fight in front of my neighbors out in the front yard. I don't want nothing like that. I want to have parties and hang streamers and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just stay out of all that negative stuff, okay? Yeah, just seriously, y'all. I feel terrible about, you know what I'm saying, like what can really happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank your lucky stars that you still here and that you got another day to live, because people out there losing their life. But that don't mean you got to go and lose yours, because that may not be what's in the cards for you. You may have other stuff going on. So, you got to let her family handle that. You know what I'm saying? Let her family handle that. I personally don't think there's going to be any kind of payout on that. If anything, is going to end up being a debt. They already let them go. I don't. Do they have a GoFundMe for her? I'll go donate. Guys, I just think it's a bit, that's what's going on with the economy, because the people keep reacting to what the mainstream media is putting out there. The mainstream media definitely is pushing a certain agenda. They always do. And so, nobody, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people that love her. You know what I'm saying? You could tell that she was loved, very beautiful, brown sister. You know what I'm saying? And her life is gone because she chose to, live a certain lifestyle, whatever. And then also, that attracted that energy to her, because, they don't, you know what I'm saying? They want to know what you got. They want to know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So they probably have been having her under surveillance or whatever for quite some time. And then it just, you know, yeah, $12 million by the city. So they rich. But can you imagine how many millions of dollars of debt that this can create for the American people? Okay, them out there, if they don't get them under control, if they get to burning down all them buildings down there, you know what I'm saying? And all them historical buildings in New York City, that's millions of dollars right there. So I think that taxpayers and people like that need to be concerned, you know what I'm saying? Because okay, have y'all noticed how much food and everything else went up? The only place that has decent prices for food and for everything else is Walmart. Otherwise, everything went up. And guys, the way I've been looking at it is that I am so tired of shopping for meat at these grocery stores. It's ridiculous. There's so many different things that I'm thinking about. There's things involving your health. Of course, it seemed like when you look back in history, because when I do investigations on people's past lives, and I look back on history, you can tell with certain things happening during that time. But right now, it seems like it's always something happening. And see, if you notice, the media, they own it because they want that attention. That's why they got arrested. That was the funniest video ever, man, when they arrested the media people down there where they was doing the riots. Because the media wants attention. They want you to watch. If people ain't out here getting killed, you ain't gonna have nothing to watch. You ain't gonna have no bad news to hear. You think the media wants to go and report good news? No. Rarely do they report good news. Yeah, meat is real expensive and it ain't even, you know what? I kind of feel like, I don't know, I had burgers a couple of nights in a row, y'all. That meat was kind of tasting good, but first time my son had threw some butter off in there. You know, if you cook your your burgers with like butter, like it just, I don't know what it is, it just tenderizes the meat. It's just delicious. And you know what? A lot of people think that meat diets or high fat diets are actually bad for you, but that's debatable. For me, I'm a balanced type of person. So like today I'm gonna eat a bunch of fruit. But yeah, everything is more expensive. Paper towels, toilet paper, toiletries. When you go to Amazon, everything is hiked up. I know that I use Prime, and so when you get stuff through Prime, it's gonna naturally be more expensive. But yeah, milk and stuff at Walmart, you can get a gallon of milk from Walmart for like $1.69. Like they're real. Walmart is real. Have y'all noticed how Walmart's prices ain't really went up? All these other grocery stores and other places, their prices have went up, but Walmart seems to have, they may have went up slight, but they not like these other stores. My goodness, like it's crazy. It is. So all this stuff that's happening, and people like, oh yeah, go down there and tear stuff up. Well, guess what? Guess who's gonna have to pay for all of that? Taxpayers gonna have to pay to rebuild all that stuff. Do we want to walk downtown and see everything in a shambles? I don't, because what good is that going to do? What good is that going to do? Everything all in a shambles, and it just looks like a broken down, city with just, cars burning, you know. And people in New York already been through enough. Like over there in New York, people over there are like, people, I can sense just the people in New York alone that are freaked out right now. I have a lot of clients from New York, a couple of different people. I've actually just picked up a new client. Then I've got clients over in California. Those people are scared to death. They scared. And now they got to deal with, bullets flying everywhere and stuff, around all the children and stuff. And then, people be taking their children down there and the children are coming up missing. I would never take my child down to one of those places and, I'm just not going to do it. It was my family member. I stay in my altar room. If it were my son, that I'm different from a lot of people. So I'm very, very, very overprotective of my children, all of them, my sons and my daughters. Hey, Jerry Hill, hello. How you doing? So I just really hope you're right. The real deal, people destroying their own communities. Yeah, I just hope that everybody calms down and has a good weekend. Tomorrow is not promised to anybody. I think that her death reminds us that tomorrow is not promised to anybody. So unless you promise it to yourself, you know what I'm saying? But when you dealing with stuff like that, just so here's the thing. People don't like drug dealers. I noticed that people respect people that rob more than drug dealers. And and pardon me, I don't know what drugs she was selling, but if you out there in the streets and you can see how drugs is messing people up, like they really don't like drug dealers. So this, to me, I think this is a drug dealer issue. This is like I don't even, you know what I'm saying? So like when you think about drugs being very poisonous to the minds of people, when you think about that. So I think that's got a lot to, and I'm not making excuses or nothing, y'all. I'm just trying to Like she already gone, I'ma sit here and channel her energy a little bit more and try to talk to her or whatever, because what I could feel the past couple of days was her energy rising, almost like a phoenix. When somebody dies, almost the same way as Jesus on the cross, when they die, they rise back up. So her spirit, that's why I be telling y'all, that's what her spirit is in all those people. There's another young Black lady that was killed recently by the police. And so you see it all the time. But here's what I gotta tell you. I do spiritual work for people, and I gotta make sure that my clients are a priority, y'all, because I swear I got real 2-year-old children that I gotta protect right now. Like, I'm keeping it real with you. You know what I'm saying? If her family was to come to me and say, "Hey, I need you to do a seance and stuff," we got a lot of stuff planned that is gonna be fun, but it probably, we'll probably do some seances and stuff. I know that I got something really special planned for y'all for Halloween. And but just don't go out there and get yourselves killed and stuff, and then also, that stuff is messing with your heart chakra. So just try to keep a cool and level head, and don't go doing nothing crazy, you know. And definitely don't be going and attacking no police officers and stuff, because many of them are doing their jobs. Okay, seriously, that's what you don't do. I think that whatever the issue is or the problem with the police, it is never going to be settled by the way that we are trying to do it as a society right now. All is going to happen is martial law, military, many people dying, and our basic rights being taken from us. So I think people need to think twice when they get to starting these wars and stuff, because that's not what we need, and that's not what we're going to have either. The spirit will come wipe all that stuff out before it even happened, because that would be a very, very ugly thing for real. Yes, I am having an online virtual Halloween party. Yes, I am. And I'm also doing a group ritual for Salwayne. Okay. Probably, I don't know. It'll probably just, I don't know what the group ritual will be about. Just in the name of Salwayne. Honoring the dead. Hold on, y'all, I'm in the kitchen. It's going to be about honoring the dead. Okay, that's what Halloween should be about. Communing with your spirit guides, communing with your ancestors, and then also, Samhain or Halloween is the witches' New Year. It's like New Year, Christmas, and Thanksgiving. Pagans don't traditionally celebrate Thanksgiving, but you can. You can. If you're a pagan, you can celebrate Thanksgiving. I know that I just make sure I cook something. Make sure that you're giving offerings to the spirits and stuff. You know. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun. you know. But I think that we are going to be doing some seances, though. Right now ain't a good time. We got to wait till stuff calm down. I feel like stuff is getting ready to calm down, though. Yeah, I can feel it, because it's like this weirdness. I don't know what it is. Like, whenever the world is kind of in turmoil, like, I just feel like this, like my inner peace is gone. Like it kind of bothers and disturbs my spirit a little bit whenever stuff like this is going on. Then we got the election coming up. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, y'all can all come to the virtual party. Absolutely. I think what I'm gonna do is, who did I say I was gonna be? Was it Morticia Adams? I know I was thinking about Little Red Riding Hood. A nun. I'm gonna be a nun. That's what I want to be for Halloween is a nun. That should be fun, huh? I'm gonna wear this long black hair wig. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give me like one of those wigs and stuff. Long black hair. But I'm gonna get a lace front. I'm not gonna get like a cheap wig. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? So black lipstick, purple lipstick, some kind of, definitely not gonna be an innocent nun. I know, man. This year has been crazy with plenty of negative spirits to boot. Like, good Lord. Ooh, Greg, that sounds like a really nice costume. You got to take some pictures and send those to me, okay? I know. And then the Black Panther guy, we lost him. God, I can't. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be disrespectful by calling him the Black Panther guy, but I haven't even made any comment on any of that. Or are you Esther? Cool. That's what's up. It'll be here before we know it. I can't believe September went by so fast. It went by so fast. So yeah, that's why I haven't really been discussing a lot of that, but I feel that I should, kind of touch on the subjects. But guys, I really like today, this morning, I had some work that I had to get done for a client and I got it done. And so now I'm gonna relax. Oh, I'm sorry, Ben. I'm sorry. Y'all know y'all can reach out to me whenever y'all need readings. When you're telling the future, sometimes it can be very subjective, meaning that the future can always change, but I am always very good at helping people out emotionally. Okay. And then also, so you'd be surprised at how helpful the readings are, because they're not just like, oh, tell me my future. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you what could happen in the future. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's a specific situation that's going on. But a lot of the times it's really good to have somebody listen and somebody like tell you what's going, because God only knows what could be going on. Like it could be a spirit attached to your root chakra and you don't know it. And that's why you're dealing with that stuff. So yeah. How do you feel about this? How do I feel about the COVID-19 vaccine? Not no, not myself or anybody in my family is gonna have that vaccine. No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't do vaccines. We don't do that. We don't do flu shots. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, thank you. I'd rather take my chances, especially if you've already had a touch of the COVID. Many of us have been touched, okay? You done already built up your own natural antibodies. I'm sorry, I'm not interested in it, okay? Because I know that when the weather changed, I don't know, did any of y'all kind of start feeling a little, I don't know. You get the flu shot every year, Greg. I don't know. Well, you seem pretty healthy, but I don't know. If that, hey, do you get sick every year, or what happens when you get it? I know I never get sick ever. I never get sick, hardly ever. It's probably because I'm not around that many people, though. I've been working from home for like the past 10 years. Before I started my business, I worked from home for a company called, what was the name of that company? I know I worked for a cell phone company. I was taking customer service calls for a cell phone company. I did that for years, so that could be why I never get sick because I'm not around nobody. What do I have against the flu shot? It's not that I have anything against it. It's just that for me personally, I wouldn't get it because, and I've never had it. I've never had a flu shot ever. And I've noticed that the times when I did get sick, it was because I was working. Like I always would pick up stuff at work. So that's where a lot of people pick up stuff is work and school. Have they shut down the schools, didn't they, Greg? Didn't they shut down the schools? So the kids are doing distance education. So they know how they get them kids in them schools and how they spread, how bacteria and virus and germs get spread. Then the kids come home, bring it to their family. So that's why they done pretty much shut down school everywhere. Yeah, you just got a pneumonia shot. Mm, okay, Greg. Well, if that's what's keeping you healthy, you don't necessarily have to do the same thing as me. And plus, I think it's probably just our ancestors. Like I don't know, like I think it's my ancestors, probably my bloodline or whatever. Because, with vaccines and all of that stuff, I noticed that all it did was kept my kids sick. My kids was sick all the time. They always had the sniffles. They was always coughing and stuff, and I was faithfully taking my kids to go get those shots, the three older ones. So Jacob never gets sick either. And he's been around sick children and he never gets sick. He's been around sick children. So I don't know. You see, and that's another thing I stay away from, Greg, is the vaccine debate. I'm trying to stay because there's some people that are just like, oh my God, she didn't get her shots, as if I'm like some canine or something. Go and get your shots, and while you're at it, get fixed too. So they want to euthanize you and stop you from breeding. It's just ridiculous. No. Yeah, Jerry, I'm not even gonna go there. I trust my spirits more than these doctors. The coronavirus is starting to pick up, getting bad again. Europe getting hit hard. Oh, God, that sucks. That sucks so bad. How do we know that the coronavirus ain't another frequency? How do we know it ain't a frequency, Greg? You ever thought that maybe coronavirus could be a frequency? What's up, Alexandria? I don't want my daughter or myself getting. Yeah, yeah. I always have, but see, you know why my immune system was so good is because I was born in the 70s. I looked at my shot record and I compared it to my children's shot record, and literally my three older children had 10 times the shots that I had as a child. And so I think that they cause brain damage I think that they're brain damaging everybody personally. And I wouldn't be the only person. But again, y'all, come on now. Y'all, why y'all trying to make me talk about this controversial stuff? Y'all know it's some people out there that, and they'll flag me and stuff. They probably trying to flag me and stuff. Dang it. Okay, Greg, that's cool. Hopefully I don't get flagged. These opinions that I'm expressing are my opinions. You don't have to go by it. I just trust in God. That's who I believe in is God, when I see the symptoms of the coronavirus, my answer is God. When I see the symptoms of any disease, I say Goddess, and that's it. That's all I do is I speak God and Goddess's name on it. I know that sounds very old fashioned, very ignorant, but if you're gonna do the spirit, then it's probably best to just do it all the way. Okay. Was you born in the 70s? What year? I was born in 77. And so we have to vote so that we can have the right to vote online now, right? So we got to vote about a vote. Did y'all hear about that? They trying to get it to where we can do our voting online, and they said we had to vote for that. Now, I personally don't vote. I don't. You know why? Because you're giving up your energy and your frequencies when you do that. You're becoming a part of a system and indoctrination. That's why I don't vote. Because as you can see, let me tell you something. Trump did a lot in office, but is it any different than what it was when Obama was in office, when Clinton was in office? Like, to be honest with you, when it comes to the government, it does matter when it comes to civil stuff, like the civil unrest stuff, like when they start to talking about martial law and when they putting out curfews and stuff like that. But they talking about it's going to be a government shutdown, so that's going to affect government employees, right? See what I'm saying? So it just, yeah, I just don't do it. It just, the whole thing is making me sick inside. I don't want to deal with it. And I'm sovereign when it comes to stuff like that. I don't want nothing to do with that, man. Y'all don't realize y'all be giving away y'all energy when y'all go and vote for people. You give away your hope to somebody that ain't gonna do a damn thing for you, but create more policies and create more ways for you to spend more money. So that's that, and so that's just how I feel about that. But y'all vote, because they told you that means that you have rights, and so having the right to vote, that's just everything. Everything else don't matter, but as long as you got the vote, you cast it, your vote, you know. Mhm. Yeah, the president can only do so much anyway. Who's in control of the situation is not the president. For real, who I think is in control is Goddess and God. For real, that's who I feel is ultimately in control. Even above the shadow governments and stuff, I still believe that the gods are in control. So when you give your faith, or when you say, I'm going to work with this power, I'm not going to go over here and put my power into this, then you start to have different results in life. You know what I'm saying? You start to feel different and think different. But right now, they hitting us up with frequencies. I can feel it. It's almost like some kind of electromagnetic wave. And then on top of, the spirits. So it's kind of like too much. It's too much going on. They doing too much. They overcooking us. They got some kind of machine on. They do. It's artificial intelligence is what we're dealing with right now. Artificial intelligence that are mimicking certain things, okay? Putting out frequencies to make you feel a certain way. Now, for me, guys, I am over here. I barely get cell phone service. And sometimes they'll block cell phone service. They'll block the towers over here. See, it depends on where you at. When you close to all those wires and towers and, all that frequency and stuff, it can hit you harder, especially if you living in some kind of heavily condensed metropolitan area. But trust me, I can still feel what they putting out there. And so many of you guys are feeling, I can imagine that the hospitals are filling up today with people too. People are panicking and stuff. People are scared, you know. So call on your guardian angels. Keep your hands clean as much as possible. This would be the right time to do it. And anybody that feel like they got a beef with me, hey, you got a beef with yourself. I'm not going to prioritize negativity above everything else. See, it's all about your priorities. You may have some negative stuff that you're dealing with, but what priority is it? If it involves your family, if it involves the safety and the well-being of your children or your loved ones, then that's when you got to do something. But other than that, what difference does anything else really make? So, especially right now, like it's a wake-up call for a lot of people that's running around here. Literally, it's time to wake up, because there's too many people out here just wasting their life, wasting energy, wasting everybody else's energy. Hey, I got important stuff to do. My clients are very important to me, and this is one of the reasons why I don't care if I'm on this channel or my other channel. I'm not going to be spending too much time dealing with stuff. So, I uploaded a 30-second video saying, my goodness, why are y'all attacking my channel? But I see why. So it wasn't even a point of even acknowledging it. There was literally no point in acknowledging it, because we already know what's going on with people. There's a lot of people very, very sensitive to those frequencies. I can guarantee you that it is a machine. They've been very, very quiet and hush hush about the artificial intelligence. This is a mind, this is a brain that can mimic psychic attacks. This is a brain that can, it's a machine that can mimic a lot of things that, we can do to each other. So, and I feel that it's getting people on edge. People are very, very edgy right now. And to all of this, all a part of the whole agenda, to be honest with you. When you ride with God, that's all that matters. Your spirits tell you, hey, I got you. But some of y'all, let me tell y'all something. See, the problem is that a lot of people, can you imagine the millions of people walking around here possessed? They never had a cleanse in their life. Ain't never had no spiritual cleanse, and them inner them that damn machine, that frequency hit their asses, and bam, zombie time. Zombie time. You know what I'm saying? So imagine the people that are not spiritually woke enough to recognize and see what's going on. So I ain't got no beef with nobody. Okay, that's how I feel about the situation, because what good does it do? So my clients, I don't want them to have to, because folk be probably like, "Well, she ain't working on my case. I just paid her like," and but you know what? Sometimes it's relevant, but at this point, and then especially last week, I started to lose my voice, and I was like, "Oh hell no!" I was like, "Let me heal my throat chakra." All right, Ben, you have a great Friday too. Love and light to you. So that pretty much covers it. Rest in peace to, to everybody, and just try to deal. You know what? I think it's also the way people deal with grief. I think it's also the way some people deal with grief. Okay. I know that when I lost my grandmother, I was in so much pain that I couldn't even cry. I didn't really shed tears until like months and months after the funeral, like, because it was so much other stuff going on at the time, so it wasn't the right time. Esther said, it's funny you mentioned zombies, because I feel like I'm a walking zombie when I'm overwhelmed. Oh, I bet I know it's difficult. I already know, but I do think that Like I said, the techniques that I discussed with you guys, those techniques do work. Saging the house out, doing the boils on the stove, calling to your spirits and your ancestors for protection. And right now, I feel that people should do it because there's a lot of negativity just swarming around. Like I said, it's gonna rain. We still have like halfway cloud coverage up there, so you know, um, the sun keeps peeking out, but it seemed like something don't seem right today with this. It just today is weird, so we'll figure it out. But I think it's because of all of that stuff that's going on. And then everybody and their mama watching the news, so we're all conscious of this situation. A lot of people. That's why it's a lot of people that don't watch the news. They just don't watch the news. I don't blame them because it's just the same shit, different day. Seriously. And with that said, guys, I gotta go. I gotta mix up this henna. I wanted to record a video, but to be honest with you, I just want to mix it up and sit it on the stove and turn the oven on and let it sit for 8 hours and just put it on my head. So I may not end up recording the whole henna thing. Oh yeah, Palo is real good too. I need to get some of that stuff. Yeah, Palo Santo is really good. Okay, guys, y'all have a wonderful weekend. I will see y'all later. Okay, love and peace and light to y'all. Bye bye.